بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، وبه نستعين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear students of third year, with you Dr. Adel Hussein, we will complete our course. Our course title is Social Accounting. This course consists of 7 chapters. Chapter 1, Nature of Social Accounting. Chapter 2, Measurement of Environmental Accounting. Chapter 3, Accounting for Human Assets. Chapter 4, Accounting for Intellectual Capital. Chapter 5, Accounting for Intangible Assets. Chapter 6, Accounting for Grants and Government Assistance. Chapter 7, Disclosure of Corporate Social Responsibility. Now let's begin with Chapter 1. The nature of social accounting. Every enterprise is living in a complex environment surrounded by environment, nature, economic, social, and etc. It is influenced by this medium and affects it. It needs raw materials and labor. It also provides goods and services to the community members. Its activity pollutes the environment and causes noise. In recent times, there have been many trends that have aroused interest in interpreting the relationship between the establishment and the society and reflecting at the same time the demands of society in all its elements. These trends have crystallized in the forms of pressure on the company in terms of its responsibilities toward society. The management is responsible not only for the economic efficiency of the activities of the establishment, the institution must play towards the growing volume of social problems in a society. The importance of economic activity is considered to be a social responsibility resulting from this activity. This requires a deeper development and a more comprehensive definition of the role of the entity in the society, as well as the establishment of new objectives and concepts of accounting. The emergence of social accounting and its development. Accounting thought has passed through its development with several stages. Social accounting is the latest stage of accounting development. This accounting is due to the increase in the size and capabilities of the accounting units, especially the joint stock companies, which led to increased interest in the social responsibility of the establishment by different groups, management of the establishment, decision makers, and government agencies in the establishment of the social activities to him and the additional burden imposed on him. So, the latest stage of accounting development is social accounting. If we follow the development of social accounting, we find that it passed through 3 stages. First stage determines the responsibility of the entity to direct the available assets to achieve an increase in profits while adhering to the values and rules prevailing in the society. Second stage, the enterprise shall bear 2 types of responsibility. Number 1, social responsibility, is to contribute the social welfare and reduce the negative effects of the activity of the establishment. 2. Special responsibility reflected in the profit of the owner of the establishment. Third stage, the establishment or an organization is considered a social subsystem within a larger social system, and the management of the entity must maintain its balance in order to achieve growth and survival. The aim of economic activity isn't to maximize profit. The aim of economic activity isn't to maximize profit, but rather to achieve a satisfactory level of profit in line with certain range of social objectives, and to achieve a consensus between the interests of different interest groups, requiring workers to increase wages and demanding higher dividends for customers at a lower price and higher quality. Social responsibility. Social responsibility means administrative activities aimed at reducing the negative of the activity of the establishment, and also contributes to solve the problems of the society in which the enterprise operates. So, social responsibility concentrates on two goals. Number one, reducing a negative effect of the activity of the establishment. Two, contributes to solve the problems of the society in which the enterprise operates. The emergence of social accounting has raised two important issues. First, the expansion of accounting measurement. The accounting measurement wasn't limited to measure the economic performance of the financial events, circumstances, and the processes that occurs within the enterprise, but extended to measure those events that occur outside the establishment for the measurement of social performance. And thus, accounting measurement include the external effects of the actions of the establishment, and these effects in what is known as social costs and social benefits or revenue. Second, the expansion of accounting disclosure, not only to meet the needs of investors and creditors, but also to meet the needs of society as a whole. Therefore, accounting for social responsibility requires an accounting model based on the prevailing society values of time and space. This is also a useful trend for the accounting profession, but from a broader perspective than an accounting information system for the entity. So we need informations to help investors, creditors, and to meet the needs of the society also. Objectives of social accounting: A. Determine and measure the net social contribution of the organization by comparing the social costs and benefits where profits can't be used as a measure of the performance of the company. B. Assessing the social performance of the establishment through whether the strategy and objectives of the organization are in line with the social priorities on the one hand and the ambition of organization to achieve satisfactory level of profits on other hand. C. Disclosure of the activities carried out by organization which has social effects, and the delivery of all of outputs to all internal and external beneficiaries. D. Disclosure of the activities carried out by organization which has social effects, the effect of decisions of the establishment on health and workers, and the delivery of all outputs to all internal and external beneficiaries. The concept of social accounting. Social accounting has become a reality. It is difficult for an enterprise to ignore it, but there is no agreement on a clear definition of it, and to review some definitions in public through which we can reach a comprehensive definition. Definition number 1, social accounting. Social accounting has been defined as the art and science of measuring and interpreting activities and phenomena which have a social and economic nature. Definition number 2, social accounting, defined as an application of accounting in the field of social science, which deals with the development of accounting methods to cover the effects and social results as an extension of the field of accounting to cover the social performance of the enterprise, in addition to economic performance and the required development of methods of measurement used in traditional accounting for the analysis and provide appropriate solution of phenomena and problems of social nature, and therefore there is no need to find an independent definition of social accounting. Definition number 3, social accounting has also been defined as the process of ordering, measuring, and analyzing the social and economic impacts of government and private sector activity. Note that this definition considers the social accounting is one of the branches of accounting, since accounting has two areas: traditional accounting, social accounting. Traditional accounting, it deals with the economic results of the activity of the establishment. Social accounting, which deals with the effects and social results of the activity of the establishment, which wasn't covered by traditional accounting. So traditional and social accounting are integrated in social accounting. Social accounting is defined as accounting that doesn't measure the value of a change in the social and economic assets of a group of owners, shareholders, and shareholders, as is the case in financial accounting, but is concerned with measuring the change in the general well-being, the results from the activity being measured. Social accounting can therefore be defined in a comprehensive manner as follows: the group of activities that are concerned with measuring and analyzing the social performance of a particular organization and conveying such information to the relevant groups and communities in order to assist them in making decisions and evaluating the social performance of the organization. This definition highlights the interest of social accounting in the function of measuring the social performance of businesses and the report of the measurement results to ensure that an assessment of the social performance of any organization is done by the society, unlike the previous definition, which focused on the aspects of measuring social performance without addressing the other side beneficiaries. So, this definition is comprehensive. The follower of accounting knowledge through the stage of its development finds a great link between the social and accounting environment. So, accounting takes its role as science and art must be reflected in various environmental relations. The most important is the social relationship, which took account of its development. An important rule is the social dimension and adoption of two pillars, measurement and communication. Accounting concentrate on measurement and communicate results to stakeholders, creditors, governmental agencies, etc. In measuring economic activities, both inside and outside the economic establishment, with all related parts, and two dimensions that differ from those related to work or investment or granting facilities to the entity produced within organizations, workers or employees, or the consuming party, and they are the community. Fields of social accounting: identifying a specific and consistent set of social activities is contrary to the nature of social and environmental problems that may change depending on the circumstances surrounding the society, economic, social, and political. These fields are: the field of workers includes activities that improve the status and conditions of workers, such as the provision of treatment and industrial safety means, and this represents an internal area of social accounting. B. Environment: the range of activities aimed at reducing the negative effects of the establishment's activity on the environment in order to preserve the integrity of the environment surrounding the plant and natural assets. The effects of environmental pollution can be identified in four areas: water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution. The field number 3, consumer protection. Activities that seek consumer satisfaction and satisfaction are represented by an interest in increasing the product. Field number 4, community. A group of activities that aim to benefit the public in general, such as the employment of disabled and the disabled sections of the field for university students to train. Now, after finishing chapter 1, there is some questions on this chapter. All of it choose the correct answer. Choose the correct answer. 1. Space is to contribute to social welfare and reduce the negative effects of the activities of the establishment. A. social responsibility, B. special responsibility, C. sustainable accounting, D. none of the above. The correct answer is exactly social responsibility. 2. Space reflected in the profits of the owner of the establishment. Social responsibility, spatial responsibility, sustainable accounting, none of the above. The correct answer is spatial responsibility. 3. Space, the process of ordering, measuring, and analyzing the social and economic impacts of government and private sector activity. A. Financial accounting, B. Social accounting, C. Managerial accounting, D. none of the above. The correct answer is social accounting. 4. Space deals with the economic results of the activity of the establishment. Sustainability accounting, B. social accounting, C. traditional accounting, D. none of the above. Exactly, the correct answer is traditional accounting. 5. Space represent what is spent or should be spent to eliminate the damage caused by the activity of the enterprise, such as pollution. A. Social benefits, B. Social costs, C. Environment, D. none of the above. The correct answer is social costs. After finishing chapter 1, you should read the presentation good and then try to solve the past questions. Now we will start chapter 2, measurement of social costs and benefits. Accounting for social costs. First, capital costs. There is a type of capital costs related to the social responsibility of the entity, which is related to the purchase of equipment and machinery used to fulfill that responsibility. The company purchases equipment to help it in performing their social responsibility. First, when the company purchased social asset, we know that any entry in accounting has two sides. First side is debit side, second side is credit side. When purchasing assets, what does it mean? It means that the assets of the company is increased, so it should be in the debit side. So social asset in the debit side. Purchasing a transaction, pay it cash. What does it mean? It means that the cash of the business is decreased, so it will be in the credit side. When purchasing the social assets debit, cash is credit. 2. There are some expenses related with the asset and should be loaded to this assets, so we will journalize these expenses through 2 stages. Stage number 1, proving these expenses in the journal. In the debit side, we will put these expenses. In the credit side, we will put الكاش. Stage 2, we will load these expenses on the asset, or according to International Accounting 16, these expenses must be capitalized as follow. Social asset in the debit side because it increases, and these expenses should be closed in the asset, so we will put these expenses in the credit side. A depreciation premium shall be made in one of the known or fixed consumption methods. There are several methods for depreciation: straight line method, declining method, double declining methods, and etc. The entry will be in the debit side, premium depreciation of social assets; credit side, accumulated depreciation of social assets. 5. At the end of the year, premium depreciation closed in the statement of social costs and benefits. The entry will be debit, statement of social costs and benefits; credit, premium depreciation of assets. Finally, disclosure in the financial statements shows the depreciation of social assets in the statement of social costs and benefits in the expenses. Premium depreciation of social assets; revenues, any revenue related with social benefits. Balance sheet. Social assets and accumulated depreciation are shown. Assets, there are 2 types of assets: economic assets and social assets. In the other side, liabilities plus the owner's equity. Social assets less accumulated depreciation. The next session we will take an example to explain how to record social assets in the general journal to the disclosure in the financial statements. Goodbye.